Okay, so this movie is going to cover how you open up a tab separated value file or a TSV file in Microsoft Excel. So a lot of depending on your computer system, it might not recognize what to do with a TSV file. And a TSV file is a common format for getting a data feed from one source and sending it to somebody or a different source. So I've received this email of our fall class schedule, and it's a .tsv file, and my system by default doesn't really know what to do with it. That's why it has this kind of unknown icon. If it knew to open it with Excel, it would show it with a little Excel symbol here. So anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is save it off locally to my computer, which I've already done, and then I'm going to start up Microsoft Excel. And I should note that this is Excel 2010, and this video should be very similar for Excel whatever the last one was, 2007, 2010, and I believe the new one, although I haven't experimented with the new one, I think it should be the same process. So I have just a blank spreadsheet open for now, so I'm going to click on this data tab, and here's the different ways I can bring in data from Access Database, from a web source, from text, and then there's these other sources such as XML, ODBC connection. So none of them by default seem very obvious for a tab separated values file. And I should note that this process will work with a CSV file as well, which is another popular format. So what you want to do is choose from text and browse to wherever you saved the file. And right now I'm not seeing my TSV file, and the reason I'm not seeing it is Excel is only looking for a CSV file, a TXT file, or this PRN file. So it's not even defaulted to look for TSV files. So on this drop down here for the file type, I'm going to change it to all files, and now there's my TSV file that I want to open up. So just double click that. It's going to bring up a little import wizard. So this is a delimited file, and start at row 1. And so far it's got a preview down here of how it's going to split up the file into the different cells in the spreadsheet. And this is all run together right now and not looking very good, but don't worry about that. We're going to click next, and on this screen it's asking, okay, what delimits one cell from the next, or one column from the next, and it gives you a preview based on what you choose here how it's going to look. So since it is a tab separated file, tabs chosen, and it's splitting it up exactly how I want. This is a course code and a section and a term, and then, you know, class title, all that stuff, how many credits, whatever. I'm going to just pick some different options just so you can see. So if I thought they split it on semicolon, you can preview, and obviously that's not a good choice. Comma looks bad, everything's all run together. A space, that's definitely not it. So if you're unsure, you can kind of go through the various options, and if it was some custom thing, you could put that in here. You could say other, and if they split it on an exclamation point or something, you could do that. But in this case, I know it's the tab. That's looking how I want, so I'm just going to click next. In this screen, you could go through the columns and specify, is it text, is it a time? So like here, this is a time. I could make this a date field if I wanted. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as is for now. So I really don't need to do anything here. So I'm just going to say finish, put it in the first cell of the spreadsheet, and there's my data. And it's I'm just going to scroll through quickly. It looks correct. I can tell that it's split it apart appropriately on course code and section and term and all that good stuff. So now I'm just going to save this file off And I'm going to just save it as the standard Excel workbook, to where now it's just a spreadsheet that most people are very familiar with, and you're often running with editing, resorting, doing formulas, and whatever you want in Excel. So that is how you take a TSV file to an Excel spreadsheet. Thanks.